Hey guys. Hey, hello, how you doing? In today's video, I thought it could be interesting to do something that it has nothing to do with makeup. I just felt like this makeup look and stuff, and I was like, why the hell not to use it for another video? In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you my top 5 of my favorite books, if that makes any sense. So I want to do like a top 5 with books, series, and TV shows, and like movies and stuff. So I thought it could be a really good idea to start with books because I really like to read and write and stuff, so I thought it could be interesting. So if you want to know which ones are my top 5 books, just keep watching. Okay, so my number 5 has to be Shadowhunters, but it's like 8 books, and it's like one of my favorite sagas, if that makes any sense, but it's my number 5 because I hate the movie, I hate the series, like the TV show. They're horrible, like they are horrendously bad. Okay, so if you don't know what Shadowhunter is, it's basically the story of this girl, which is like an artist and stuff, and she discovers that she can see people that no one else can, which are Shadowhunters, and it's because her mom, used to be a shadow hunter, but her mom used on her magic so she get forgot because it's like a dangerous word and stuff. She sees this people, they're trying to kill a man, and she's like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? And then because the shadow hunters, they're not seen by other people, they notice that she's looking, and it's like, why are you watching us? And then she discovers that she's a shadow hunter, and then that the world is going to have like an apocalypse and stuff. And then she learns how to be a badass, if that makes sense. Like she learns how to be a shadow hunter, right? Right, cool. But until the fourth or the 5th book, she's not great. So in the movie, the characters are wrong. They mix like the 2nd or the 3rd book with the 1st book, and then they switch it all because in the book they discover, or they think they've discovered, that they're brothers, like siblings, but they're not. And in the movie, like the bad guy says to another bad guy, hey, why don't we say to them that they're brother and sister? So that doesn't make sense. And then like the characters are really, really bad, like horrendous actors, like I don't like them. Like, nah. The TV series is just worse. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, so Clary, which is the main character, is just dumb. Like, not dumb, but you know, like is a goofy person. Like, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's always like in the wrong moment, wrong time and stuff. But in the TV series, in the 1st chapter, right, she's like, oh, I don't know how to do this, blah, blah. And then by the end of the 1st chapter, she's like a badass. I mean, what is going on? Like, and the actress is so bad. Like, I don't know, like she is the same always. Like she has like this face, and what are you doing? Like, is that acting? I mean, me. And then the attitude is so different. The characters are horrible, like, cause I feel so bad. Cause, I mean, I understand that as a writer, you want to give life to your characters and your stories, but me, J.K. Rowling was in control of the cast, in control of the movie, the script, everything. I mean, you just saw yourself. Well, what's happening? And that is the reason why it's my top 5, like 5. So if you have heard about Shadowhunters and you haven't watched the series or the movie yet, go and read the books first because they're awesome. But I still prefer the movie to the actual series because whatever. Okay, so my 4th one will be another saga. I don't know if I'm saying it right. This is the selection. So I think there are 3 books about it. There's like a couple more, but they're not like the same story. It's like the daughter or something like that. So this is a princess story kind of thing, but it's not a normal princess story. Okay, so this is like a new world, which has been like the 3rd or 4th worldwide war, and then this country is divided by oh shit, I don't know how you say in English. So I don't know how to explain it. Like, they're divided by what they do. Like, so it's like they're divided from number 1 and to 8. So number 1 is king and queen, and then number 8 is like homeless people. So I think number 2 is like movie stars and singers and stuff.
No, to make look good. And then like the queen and king.
They have a boy, well not a boy, they have like the prince, right? A kid. But it's not a kid, like it's a grown up, because to show to the world or their town / country that they are united and they're all in peace and harmony, they give the opportunity to 25 girls in, it doesn't matter what number you are, like from 2 to 8, to be selected to have the opportunity to marry the prince. Right? Such an opportunity. And the main character, America, she doesn't want to be selected because she's in love with a friend. Then she's like, and he's like an 8 or something like that, or a 7, I think it is, because he's I don't know, I can't remember what he is. But then she's been selected, and that helps her family, because if you're selected, they pay you like a salary, but not you, like your actual family. So they help you with stuff, and it's like a TV, like a reality show. They put it as a reality show, so everyone can see it. And it's so funny because the main character, she doesn't want to be there, and she's like, fuck it. Like, I don't mind. She's like, I don't mind what you're doing. I'm not doing this. I don't like it. I'm not doing it. So it's really funny. Like, you should read it. It's not a normal princess story. And then my number 3 will be, there's a book which is called The Dreams Cirque. It's called Le Cirque de Rêve. I don't know if I say that right, from Avery Morgenstern. And it's such a beautiful story. So, like, I don't know how to zoom up because it's like a cirque that comes, like, it's like ambulance, like you don't know where it is until it is in the city. So it's really good. But there's a lot of stories going on in the same book, like in the same thing. You should read that. There's another one as well, which is Eternity from Alison Noel, and it's this girl who had an accident, and then now she has like powers, so she can read the mind of other people, and then she can see their aura. But then this boy comes to this, like, to the high school, but she cannot read his mind, and then they do like a lot of stuff, like she discovers that she's immortal and stuff, you know, all the kind of things. And I really like that because it was like my first book that my mom bought me, and I fall in love with it. But it's like another saga, and they have like 6 books. I have 3 of them. And the first one, I love the first one. The second one is like good, but the third one is like just bullshit. So I don't know how the other 3 are gonna be. And as well, in the number 3, I will say there's a Spanish writer, which is Laura Gallego, which wrote 2 Candles for the Devil. 2 Candles for the Devil. And I think that is such a beautiful story. It's like angels and demons, but it's not angels and demons. I know I'm being so descriptive right now, but you should read it. Like, I'll put the 3 of them here. That is my number 3. 3 books for number 3. Then my number 2 has to be The Perks of Being a Wallflower, because because so if you haven't watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower, the movie, there's a movie and there's a book which was inspired, like the movie was inspired from the book, and it's this kid which is kind of antisocial, but then he becomes friends with the girl that plays like Emma Watson and Edra Miller in the movie, and then they discover love, they discover heartbreaks. I don't know, it's like such a beautiful story and you learn a lot of stuff. And the thing is, the reason why it's like my number 2 is because the whole book is written in letters. Like every chapter is a letter, like a different letter. Like for example, if you write something, right? If you read a book, then they normally are written in first person, second or third. Like Maya did that, Maya was doing that, or I'm doing this. But the book is written in letters like, dear friend, today I did. And I found it like really, really interesting. And thing is that you discover a lot of things. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. You need to read it or watch the movie to actually understand what's happening. But there is a sentence that they say in the movie and in the book that is actually beautiful. It says, we accept the love that we think we deserve. And it's totally true. Because think about your loves. Think about what were you thinking about you in that moment. Just think. Thank me later. Okay, and my number 1. My first has to be Bad Romeo. Bad Romeo and Broken Juliet. First, because of the story. Second, because of how it's written. And third, because of the times I've read it. First, because of the story, because it's about a girl who is studying acting and meets this boy, right? They have like a really good connection, but then she's like so kind and so beautiful and stuff, and then he breaks her. That makes any sense, but the story is beautiful because you see that reaction, that transition, if that makes sense. So it's this girl, by like at the beginning of the book, this girl is like this, but then you see a transition, and then by the end of the book she's destroyed, like completely destroyed, and it's because of him. And second, because how it's written, because the writer mixes chapters from the past with the present. So it's like in the first chapter, something like that. The first chapter, it's like, this is what happened in the present, like I'm so depressed, or I'm so screwed because of him, but now I have to see him, blah blah. And then the next chapter, it tells you the story of how they met the first time, and then it goes again to the present, which is telling you something that happened in the past. And then in the next chapter, you see how that happened, and it's so beautiful because it's so interesting, because it helps to see how bad he did to her, because you see that transition of how she was being, like she was transforming herself to a broken girl. Does that make any sense? And then third, because of the times I've read it, because I've read it like 5-6 times, the first one, and 4 or 5 times the second one, because the first one I found it in Spanish, so I read it in Spanish, and the second one, which is Broken Juliet, I didn't find it in Spanish, so I read it in English like 4 or 5 times. I feel like I've been talking for half an hour straight. Like, this is the longest video I've done talking in English without stopping. Okay guys, so this was everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of videos, because I really want to do like my top 5 series, my top 5 movies and stuff, and I can do like top 5 of other stuff. And let me know in the comments down below, what books are you reading at the moment, if you like to read, if you don't like to read, if you don't mind to read. And click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Let me hold you, come caress my my body. You got me going crazy. You turn me on, turn me on. Let me love you. Put your arms around me. You got me going crazy.